Order. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Strzok, you've taken great offense today at questions about your credibility, but for many of us, that's the real issue here, and I think it is for the American people. As we've been sitting here all day, I've been getting text messages from constituents back home, and they're very concerned about this. This whole thing has been described as shameful and a train wreck, and it feels that way to many of us. I'm playing cleanup here. Many of us will here at the end. Let me ask you a smattering of questions. Number one, here's what you and Ms. Page exchanged the night that Donald Trump secured the Republican nomination in late 2016. You wrote, or she wrote to you, holy blank, Cruz just dropped out of the race. It's going to be a Clinton-Trump race. Unbelievable. You responded, what? She writes back, you heard right, my friend. Now you said, now the pressure really starts to finish MYE, which we know now is the FBI code name for the Clinton email investigation. And she writes back and responds, it sure does. So here's our problem. You two are the most influential FBI personnel on the Clinton investigation. And within hours of Donald Trump securing the Republican nomination, you text to her, okay, now the pressure really begins. Now we really have to finish the Clinton investigation. And she agrees. And she says it sure does. Here's the question. Why did you have to finish it up so fast? What were you all referring to? Why? Was it to stop President Trump?
Not at all. She was not one of the two most influential people in the investigation. The purpose of that text was not at all anything to do with candidate Trump or candidate Clinton. That had everything to do with Director Comey's sense and urgency to try and resolve the investigation as soon as we could to get the FBI and the investigation out of the presidential race.
Were you slow walking it prior to that time? Were you slow walking it prior to that time?
Absolutely not. But there was a constant sense of urgency, and I think everybody on the team, everybody in the senior executive management of the FBI understood that the closer and closer and the longer the investigation took, that we continued, thanks to the actions of some, including some of the candidates, to be inserted into as an issue in the presidential campaign.
Let me stop because this is my time. We're not supposed to associate this in any way with all of your many other volumes of text, all the negative weight, all the disparaging things you said about Donald Trump as a candidate, and the fact that you said, we'll stop it. So those two things are not related in any way at all, right?
Congressman, I understand your concern, and those are your constituents. What I'm telling you under oath is that that expression was what I just told you. It was a desire from the highest levels of the Bureau throughout the team to get us out of